Tell Mr. Luggage we said hi.
Hello, Mr. Luggage.
Check, check, check.
Chuck, chuck, chuck.
Okay. Guess we're going to call that a sound check. What's that little thing they're doing here? You want to put this on?
I thought maybe just leave it there. That way it doesn't get knocked.
Okay. Good idea. That's some thinking.
We'll bring it next to the giant baby and she can eat it. Climbing to the top of the birthday card.
You want to eat it? You want to eat the airplane? Eat the airplane. That's your answer for everything, isn't it? Just eat it. Yeah.
It's worked in the past.
You can't just go around in life eating everything.
No, contrary.
Who's on here with us? Mr. Luggage is on here. He says he can hear us. That's really all we need. As long as Mr. Luggage can hear us. Oof.
Excuse me.
Did you tell him howdy? Howdy! Red Mist gives us a howdy. That's the spirit right there. That's what we're talking about. Right there. Right there. That's the spirit. Give the man a howdy. So what are we going to do on Sunday? We're going to do another run at the of the sci-fi stuff. This one broke. This one fell down and broke. I found most of the parts and was able to glue it together, but there's still like one piece.
Well, maybe this makes it more authentic. Maybe it wasn't.
Does not make it more authentic.
Well, we got into a fight. He's not
Ruins the
focused.
collector's value.
Okay, for more.
No! Are you crazy? It's mint in box.
I don't think that means that you think it
Hey, none of that, little missy. We will be going officially live at a little less than 1 minuto. Uno minuto. Perkysaurus is on here. Oh. Oh. Oh, dear.
I enjoy them.
Dear, what?
The jokes.
Are we? You could scoot this way a little bit, or maybe I should just move the camera. We feel lopsided. Hey everybody!
Hey, this is June with Pulp Alley. Hi, June with Pulp Alley.
Hey everybody, this is Jude with Pulp Alley. My daddy says, buy more stuff.
And you can't argue with that.
Can't argue with that logic. Hey everybody.
She'll fight you.
Wow. Ooh.
She's a kicker.
She's a kicker. You got to watch her. She's a pretty good striker, but she really excels at the clinch.
Oh.
She's a grappler. She'll grapple. Oh.
Please don't let her
Oh. Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous baby. And Bessy. Hello everybody. So we have an important announcement. You want to tell them?
No, you tell them.
You want me to? Are you sure?
Hey, we'll listen. How much?
Where are my notes?
Watching you.
What is this drool on my table? You're not allowed to drool on the table. What?
Excuse me. We didn't. That was not in our.
I'll be in my trailer. I cannot work under these conditions.
Okay, sir. That was not in our contract, so we can do
it's Bessy's. It's Bessy's birthday month. It's not today.
Next Saturday.
Coming up very soon. Next Saturday, she says. Next Saturday. So mark your calendar. I'm sure we'll do something special for it, and that means you shall reap the benefits. So, but it isn't yet. So next week we'll do more stuff for it. But just as a heads up, we'll probably do some cool stuff for the month of September to celebrate dear Bessy's birthday. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already for us. If you're not a subscriber, we really would appreciate it if you get subscribed to our little channel here. So we're going to really try to actually go live on Sunday. Just like this is live, we're going to actually try once again to go live. And the reason is because I just like it so much better. I enjoy putting the videos together ahead of time and doing all the editing and then, rolling them out to you guys. But it does actually take a lot more work. It takes a lot more work on our end to do them live. Well, it is what it is. And you just have to get through it and then you walk away and it's done. And it's gone out into the world, into the blogosphere. That's what the cool kids call it. The blogosphere. That's what the cool kids say.
I don't think this is 1992 anymore, so I don't think. Why are you drooling on me?
I can't help it. Ew. Don't rub your drool on me, lady.
I didn't drool it.
You were drooling. I saw it. Stay away from the M word. I wouldn't even. I don't even know what you're talking about. I would never even. And that Mr. Putin, I never even would mention him.
Hey, look,
hello, Lewis. Thank you so much for joining, sir. Thank you so much for joining. So live game on Sunday, and I think at this point we're planning to do it. Probably the last of the 15 millimeter sci-fi games. Those have been a lot of fun. Been enjoying them. Probably do one more. I think I might try to introduce some fun other stuff. Hey, have you guys heard? We're planning to do a painting bee on September 3rd. I think that's this Saturday. So at 8 p.m. This is either the 4th or 5th that we've done. We've done several of them, and there's a wonderful opportunity to get together and paint, or also just sit around and drink tea and family-friendly beverages and just chat with your fellow Pulp Alley gamers. And it is it's done via Zoom. So it's everybody's chatting on there and carrying on and asking questions and talking about, their gaming experiences and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun, really. You could jump on, say hi to everybody. If you have questions, we can answer questions and, yada, yada. So join us if you can, Saturday, September 3rd, 8 p.m. Central Time. There's an invite or a calendar event sitting over there on the Pulp Alley Players group. So go sign up for it. Has anybody seen that cool Pulp Alley of the Apes thread that has been going on over there on the Pulp Alley Players group?
I don't think so.
It's a battle report of some games that some guys are playing, and then they're putting it into that comic book format like I used to do before we started doing videos. So it's really, really cool. Pulp Alley of the Apes. Pretty cool. No, Red Mist. It is. It's not on YouTube. It is contained only within Zoom. So there's a link for it over there on the Pulp Alley Players group. And I think you just join it via that link or that thing. So if you have any questions, probably Marty Devine is the fellow that set it up, and he'll be the one to kind of chat with if you have any questions from it or about it. Pulp Alley, Planet of the Apes. Pulp Alley of the Apes. That's it. Very, very cool. A lot of fun. I like seeing that sort of stuff. So if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth checking out. And I think they've posted quite a bit of it on the Pulp Alley Players group, but then they also, I think, have more of it beyond just that. I actually got around to making up some rules for the Pulp Alley Players group. For whatever reason, I felt like, for the longest time, I almost treated it like a Bushido, or at least my interpretation of Bushido, which is simply this. If we have to tell you what the rules are, then you don't really follow it anyway. So, and that's what I kind of went with as far as the players group. The idea, the group of players that we have, you shouldn't really have to explain to them how to behave, because we have smart folks, right?
We have the best.
We have the best players on the planet Earth,
on the Planet of the Apes,
possibly in the Planet of the Apes. So it kind of felt kind of silly to try and make up rules for the group, but as we grow and we get more folks and ne'er-do-wells start to pop their heads in, you know who I'm talking about.
Don't talk about DW Love that way.
Is he on here? Oh, he's on here. Shh. Mr. DW Low is on here. Felt like we probably ought to put some put some rules on there. Rule number 1 was actually have fun, because that is, after all, rule number 1 for Pulp Alley. Rule number 2 is stay on topic. Yeah, talk about the Pulp Alley game. That's what the group was created for. If you want to talk about other stuff beyond that, there are probably other groups for that. And that kind of gets into a gray zone. It's not like we're trying to be butts about it, but there does sometimes come into a judgment zone. And occasionally I actually receive notifications from group members when they think someone has kind of crossed the line and is posting something on there that probably shouldn't be on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that. If you see something that you think, maybe this shouldn't be here. And I'd say about half the time I end up, going in and removing it. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? It's kind of pulpy. I guess we'll leave that on there. I don't know that I can come up with too many examples off the top of my head, but because pulp is a big genre. And I guess if you're going to post on the Pulp Alley group, and you're not sure if it kind of does relate to Pulp Alley, because we put a lot of stuff on there, then you add a little comment on there about how you think it kind of relates, and then it kind of fits in a little bit better. But anyway, there's a few rules on there. Don't worry about reading them, because it's only the people that are going to screw up that probably should read them anyway. September is Bessy's birthday. Talking about new miniatures. Do you guys like miniatures? Are you like me and you just can't stand not buying new miniatures? It's like an addiction. Almost as bad as buying new models and stockpiling them in a secret room that your wife is not allowed to look in.
Okay, first of all, if any wives out there have a room they're not allowed into, get into the room.
Get into the room. It's the man cave, lady.
Absolutely not.
Yes, the ace. Ace comes out of Ukraine, and apparently there's something been going on over there. So I don't know. I don't know what. Also, Unimodels, I think, also comes out of the Ukraine. So those could both of those could be having a tough time right now. I don't know, honestly. Somebody said that Ace was out of production or had been shut down for a while, but you know. And then Revell, or is Revell in Germany or is that a U.S. company? I'm not sure. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I don't have the stockpile, so I wouldn't know.
New miniatures, though. Are there any of the old figures that you would like to see new versions of? So that's the question that I'm throwing out there to the folks. Are there any of the old miniatures? Is it worth our time to make a new version of Mac O'Reilly? Is that, or should we just make a completely new character? Is there an interest in that sort of thing? If we made a Phantom Ace that could be riding a motorcycle, that would be cool. That would be cool. But, that's a lot of money that we have to commit to it. If we can't actually sell any of them, then I get in trouble. Apes in boiler suits. Of course you would say that, sir. Of course, apes and see that's what they want, is apes in boiler suits. Perkysaurus says he likes new miniatures. Riding figures would be cool. That was the whole reason I came up with the idea of the skimmers, so that you could use the exact same figure and just jump on the skimmer. Mm-hmm. Like, I'd actually like to do a sci-fi Western sort of story, and instead of using horses, just have the skimmers out there, so the guys can jump on the skimmers and ride off into the sunset.
I like it.
That would be fun. And it was the whole point of making the skimmers. So I was like, I want something to ride, but I don't want to make riding miniatures because it just becomes kind of costly to do that. New figures inspired by older figures, use them as the character or replace one. Yep, that's cool. That's cool. All right. So, I recently stumbled on somebody was asking about this thing here, and I don't know if you guys could see it. But I posted a little something about it. See, that's not focusing, but you guys recognize it? Do you know what it's from? This is from the movie Sky Captain. E.S. Taylor is on here. E.S. Taylor gives us an update on the drafting of all personnel in the Ukraine. So this is from Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Is that it? Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Wonderful movie. Yeah. Wonderful movie.
Says you.
Well, it is. It's a good movie. It's definitely up my alley. It's definitely like I am definitely the target audience for Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Unfortunately, there's only one of me, and so the movie really didn't do all that well. It actually got really good reviews, or at least positive reviews, mostly positive. But it's definitely something that I really dig. Unfortunately, the merchandising was just almost non-existent. As far as I know that they had some sort of little pin that you could get that had like skull and wings or something like that. And then they had these, and these were marketed as holiday ornaments. So they came where you could hang them on your Christmas tree or a Hanukkah bush or whatever you do. And they had the flying wing, and then they had the another ornament, which was the ray gun, the atomic ray pistol. right? So those were 2 Christmas ornaments that they had. They had the pin, and then they had an airplane that was, about so big, wingspan probably about that wide. And I don't know what scale it would be. Maybe like around like maybe like 1/24th or 1/20th scale, somewhere in there. But Red Mist wasn't. Yes. Yeah. Angelina Jolie was sporting a lovely eye patch in it. A lovely eye patch.
I've seen better.
You take that back. Don't you talk bad about Angelina Jolie's eye patch. I won't stand for it.
You can't abide it.
Won't abide it. But that's about it. Does anybody else know of anything? Now, that's not including like the art books. They had a couple books. But, for a movie that was just made to have toys for it, it just really wasn't popular enough, I guess, for like kids and things. Now, since its release, it definitely has kind of a cult following now, Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. If you haven't seen it, you ought to be checking it out. Super cool movie. But as far as I know, like maybe 4 items of merchandise. That's not including the posters, art books. But as far as toys, yep, Gwyneth was in it. Yep, and Mr. Law was in it. So few items, like how come those characters didn't get made into action figures, and how come there's not the robots, for the toys and stuff? It's just like a missed opportunity there. I just cannot believe that they were so short-sighted. But, I'm sure the studio held on to the merchandising rights, and really didn't want to let any of that go. So, 13th Warrior. How about the 13th Warrior? Yeah, 13th Warrior was good. Yeah, I'm missing the connection. Is there a connection, or is it just throwing out a random movie name? Yes, definitely enjoyed 13th Warrior. One of the few Antonio Banderas movies that I actually enjoy.
How dare you?
Well, I don't know. I just
Puss in Boots?
Yeah, no. How? Why would no? No. Maybe Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. Was he in that? I think he was. Maybe.
Cult following, no promo toys or anything.
Right. He flew an airplane that could basically turn into a submarine and go underwater. How could you not want one of those? That's like that's a bath toy. And then you had that big crazy robot that was guarding the gate when you got down underneath and into the water, and that had the big how is that not a toy? Like, we need toys for this movie. But they're not going to give us toys. They hate us. All right. What I need to know is, are there any other toys out there for the movie, though? They made a 1/48 scale limited edition model of Sky Captain's plane. 1/48 scale? Who made one?
Don't question him.
The one that I've seen, and I have seen a model. You guys want to see it? I'll show it to you. Give me just a minute. I've seen a model for his plane. I gotta go into the.
You've
hold
seen
on.
it because you bought it?
Hold on. Yeah, but when I bought it was like back years and years ago.
Uh-huh.
I bought it a long time ago, and I was like walking through a Walmart in Greeley, Colorado. Back in another lifetime. Greeley, Colorado, in a Walmart, and I saw this sitting on the shelf, and I'm like, and I'm talking, this has to be like probably 20 years ago or so. That's that's the airplane, and I wouldn't call it 1/48 scale.
Would you consider that Minton box?
This would definitely be Minton box. The box has taken a beating. The box has sustained severe damage. Not 1/48 scale. I don't know that it puts a scale on it, but I still would say maybe around bigger than 1/35 even. I would put it like maybe at about 1/24 or so. But anyway, that's what I got. What? What?
$500 on eBay.
That may be
It
misscaled on
misscaled,
eBay. We're rather fond of June. Yeah, I can see the figure in there. I don't know. It could be 1/35. It could be 1/35.
You could sell this for $500.
I'm not going to sell this.
Sell it.
I'm not going to. Why would I sell it?
Do you get enjoyment out of it with it being?
Yes, I put it in the vault, on the top shelf in the
Okay.
vault.
I'm just gonna say, I think your vault has a leak because I don't think vaults should be that dusty. Also, I'm going to be taking over your vault room very soon, so
Not going to happen.
Prepare your hearts.
I shall die upon this hill.
Somebody write that down, and we'll revisit this in like 30 days, and we'll talk
if you
about
guys, if I end up deceased,
I can't
let the
control-
authorities
I
know
mean,
that it wasn't an accident.
I can neither confirm nor deny any knowledge.
Let the authorities know it wasn't an accident. All right.
Who's not going to believe me in this case?
Any more toys than that? Any more toys? We got the ornaments, this, the ray gun, the airplane, the pin.
Well, what more do you
How
need?
could that possibly be it for a movie like this? It's just ridiculous.
Maybe they spent all their budget on their graphics and lost out on that eye
So
patch. Costs a
disappointing.
lot of money. Okay.
Well, it was custom fit eye patch. I guarantee you that. All right, boys and girls, don't miss this Sunday. It's going to be a live game. We're going to try one more time to do a live game.
Oh.
And if what happened?
Sora said he'd be happy to buy it if an accident were to occur.
Perky?
I knew I liked you.
Perky? Mister, you settle down. You're just making an accident more likely to happen with that kind of talk. Oh, look, he accidentally tripped on his chainsaw.
Oh, you do play with your chainsaw wildly.
I'm trying to learn how to juggle. I figured I should start with something fairly difficult to get the hang of it. All right, boys and girls, join us on Sunday for a live game. It's going to be live. Who knows if it'll actually work, but we're going to try it again and see if we can pull it off.
It'll go.
What do you got for
It's
me?
going to be great.
What do you got for me?
We're not going to mention
What do
any
you got for me?
names.
I didn't mention the M word.
We're not going to say any P words.
Putin. All right, that's it for tonight. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you very, very soon. Don't miss the video that's going to be posting tomorrow. It's super awesome. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Click the end of the stream.
She sure likes her papa.